So of course, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into how to create a blog post from start to finish. All right, so let's get right into the video, but first and foremost, you will need a few things. These few things are going to be tools or services, some free, some not. You could probably do it with 100% complimentary tools, but I like to use one tool in particular, so that way I'm able to get stellar content performance. All right, so I wanted to make this as fun as possible, as easy as possible for everybody, for you primarily. So let's get right into it. So the tools that you're going to need in order to create, all right, content at scale is you're going to need, in my opinion, I kind of like Grammarly. I'm not promoting them by any stretch of the imagination, but it's an easy and cost-effective tool that you can utilize. All right. Along with that, you're going to need to go to expireddomains.net. Reason being is because they have a search feature. And last but not least is the Wayback machine. All right. So let me go ahead and show you exactly how to create a blog post from start to finish. This is a gray hat formula. All right. So if maybe you're not into this kind of thing, this might not be the video for you. But if you're an SEO and you want to be able to pump out content and you want to get a lot of content fast, this is how I do it. So here we go. Let me go ahead and show you exactly what you need to do. Now, I like this particular setup here because it's got the search features. Now, one of the things that we want to do first and foremost is we need a keyword. We need a keyword idea. Now, I'm writing some content for a particular blog of mine or a page of mine, and it's regarding Xbox. So we're going to keep that theme in mind. So what we're going to do is we're just going to type in Xbox here, and we're going to do a search. Now, what we're seeing here are these particular blogs. Now, what we care about is we want a lot of different crawls, because if we see a lot of crawls from the Wayback machine, then we know that there was content or there was a lot of content updated, right? Now, we're going to expired content. Reason being is because we want to be able to repurpose this content, all right? So, or curate the content. However you want to look at it, however you want to justify it, we're going to go and grab it, and then I'll show you the steps from there. So what I'm doing is we're going to do Xbox, and then you see this one right here, ABY. What you want to do is go ahead and click on that. So we click on not ABY. Erase that. Go to ACR. So we click on ACR, and then these are the amount of crawls. So what we're doing is we're looking for something that fits our niche or our criteria. So for this instance, let's just say, I don't know, I need Xbox content. Let's go for, how about Xbox Central? So what we'll do is we'll click on Xbox Central, right? So it's xboxcentral.net, all right? So this is currently expired, okay? It's got multiple crawls here from the Wayback machine. As you can see here, it'll say ACR, and ACR is archive.org number of crawl results, you see? And that's how we can guarantee that we're getting the enough crawls. That means it was probably updated a lot, right? So that's what we're after. All right, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to do xboxcentral.com. So what you do is you come over here to the Wayback machine or the Internet Archive, okay, the Wayback machine. And what we're going to do is we're going to take that domain. Let me take a look here. What was that called again? xboxcentral.net, okay. So we have Xbox Central. I'm horrible with spelling. CENTREL or AL. Let me take a look here. Central AL. See that? See how I get AL? I did it right. And we're going to do .net. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and browse the history here on the Wayback Internet Archive. And we're going to see that they have some relatively newer content for 2019. But you can go back as far as you want. And remember, when we're taking a look at the domains, look at, these are unlimited domains here that are expired. This content is not indexed most of the time. And sometimes that's what we're looking for. We're looking for content that's out of the index that we can curate or repurpose. All right. So let's go back in here and let's just go to this 2019. And what you're looking for is generally you want the green ones. All right. These blue ones, I believe, are like partial I don't know. I usually look for green, right? So I'm telling you, look for green because that's what I look for. All right, so here we have a green one here in August. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the snapshot, and what's going to come up is a snapshot, a Wayback Machine. We're going into the past, and we want to go ahead and look at this domain. So let's go in here and have a brief look at this domain. Checking out my new camera. All right, so as we can see here, maybe not the best, but again, this is an example. I'm walking you through this gray hat formula on how you can create blog post from start to finish, right? So here we go down. Let's scroll on down here. And let's just say, for instance, that on the site that I want, we're going right here. So let's just take this particular article here, and we're like, okay, hey, this guy's got an article on, you know, whatever. Oh, that one's not actually in there. We need something that's on the actual page. So this one might not work out so well. We might have to go back to the drawing board. So let's get back to the drawing board. And this is going to happen sometimes. What we're looking for is we're looking for a place where they have a lot of crawls, right? And they have all of the pages. So let's just try another one. So let's just do, this one's got 250. This one's got 299. Xbox Live Clans, Xbox Central, Live Leagues. This is 305. They barely have any backlinks. I'm looking at backlinks as well, because if somebody were to link out, or if they were actively building links, either or, then we know that there must be something there of value of some sort, right? Because they've acquired links over the course of time. So here's another one, which is CZ, and this is a whole entire another strategy. Is you can not only go in and find the content that's within the expired domain realm on expireddomains.net, but we can also get foreign content that could have been written absolutely phenomenally and then translate it into our language, whatever language you speak. All right. So let's just go in here again for sake of the video and just for showcasing things. Let's go to ukxbox.com. Let's try this one out, UK Xbox. So we'll come up here. We'll just go ahead and type this in up here, and we'll see it looks like they had a lot of crawls. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for this to go ahead and come up, because I want to walk you through the entire process. Ideally, it looks like it was turned into some nonsense, so we can go back in time a little bit here. All right, it looks like maybe somebody might have got this and ran off with it. The objective for me is to showcase and show some pages here. All right, it looks like this is what they're doing. Now, sometimes what you'll come to find is you'll go to a page, and the pages that are indexed, they'll have a lot of pages indexed, like a ton, right? And then this way you're able to go ahead and grab it. So we're looking at this particular page. Let's just say, for instance, that we have found what we're looking for. All right, I don't want to keep going and doing this because we'll get too far in the video, right? But let's just say, for instance, this was something, there was a lot of snapshots. Snapshots meaning that when we came over here, you see how all these are up here? There could be one where on that map, you know, there's blue and there's green. There could be a whole bunch of them all over, which means it was an active site, okay? We could find one that there's tons of content and it fits exactly what you need, or at least in the niche, so you can build content out, right? So what we'll do is let's just take this, because there's another step, all right? So we could take this content. Let's just say it's this. Let's just take all this, all right, for sake of the video. And what I'll do is just bring it over here. And the step now is, well, let's make sure that it's written correctly. Let's add a different flavor or a different feel to it, meaning what's the tone, what's the sentiment of it, what's the angle, right? We could add a little bit. We can make it sound better. We can make it more informative. Whatever the case is, fit it to you what you need. Again, curate, create, however you want to look at it. So what we're doing here is we need to come in here and let's say we can go down the list here. We're going to fix these edits. And then the next step is whatever plagiarism checker that you're using. If you want to use Copyscape, if you want to use Grammarly, there's also, there's a bunch of them. Go out to Google and just type in this, Copyscape alternative. All right, so this is the next step in the process. After you've used either Grammarly or perhaps you've used you know, other tools like Grammarly, right, to check the content. The next step is we need to run it through and make sure that no one else has done exactly what we have done, all right? 9 times out of 10, you're probably not going to run into this, or maybe let's say 7 times out of 10, you won't run into this trouble because there's so much and it changes so often. You usually won't run into any issues. But let's just say you pick one of these, right? Plagiarism checker, copygator, plagiarism detector, dustball, whatever, right? Use whatever you want. In this case, we've gone through. We're going to check all of the details within Grammarly, make sure that it's up to par, change the way it feels or the way it sounds. After that, we're double checking the plagiarism. Look at this. Nobody has utilized this content. There's only 1%. So if you want to, just to make yourself feel even better, now I have a unique article. It's not indexed. It's brand new. I've created it and I've molded it and fit the feeling of it to fit my blog, right? And the possibilities are endless. So this is exactly what I wanted to share with you today. You know, there's only 6% here. You can go in and you can change it. You can make it sound good. And just to break down exactly what we did to make it as simple and as compact as possible, if you've made it this far, is the long story short of it is this. Go to expireddomains.net and you can figure out, you can change the way you search, but you just put in a keyword at the top. It's going to return domains related to your keyword. Okay. After that, you're going to go through the list. Look at just for Xbox, there's a plethora and there's pages and pages and pages of these. Find one that has backlinks and has a lot of snapshots, meaning where's the BL backlinks and ACR? How many times has it been crawled by Wayback Machine? How many links does it have? If it fits those 2 criterias, bingo. We'll go to the page and we'll pull it up in Wayback Machine. All right. Then we're going to see the content or the snapshots that are indexed, and we're going to double check and make sure the content is really written well. We're going to make sure that the content isn't plagiarized anywhere else, and you can run it through Grammarly or any other option that you want. I've given you some suggestions here. Here's a top 10 list right here at this site. All right. So that's the process. That's the gray hat formula. My name is Christopher Palmer. If you have any further questions about SEO, how to write a blog post, or how to write another blog post from start to finish, always feel free to go ahead and ask in the comments below, and I most certainly look forward to seeing you in the next How to Write a Blog Post from Start to Finish video. Have a wonderful day.